sounds to me like you're telling me your love story from when you were dating Paula, or when you were dating Vanessa, or when you were professing your love on the Warrior video. The verbiage is very much the same. So I just thought, like, the irony, if this is supposed to be like a declaration of his love for her and their love story, it sounded very much like his love story with 3 or 4 of his other exes. It was cringe.
I found the podcast to be, not that I'm condoning anything he said about Margaret or at the family, but I just found this podcast to be even stranger than all of it. Like, I found this podcast, I don't know why, but he's sitting there and it's just like, I like people like me. I just lay it on the line, rip off the band-aid, tell me to fuck off. I am so freaked out with this man who is crying and just, I'm a stepfather and this and that. It's just, look, that is a wonderful, wonderful thing if it's authentic. And it just felt so freaky and cultish and strange to me. It felt so manipulative. Yeah, it's love bombing at its highest. And it just was so weird to me. This podcast
Very
really
weird.
freaked me out. Like, it was like, this is so strange. This is a cult. And someone should say, this is not normal. That's how I
No,
took it.
and let me ask you a question, whether it was with a lover or you're watching it on TV play out, like anywhere, I don't know, any fucking person you've ever seen in love, and they're expressing their like utmost, like their most sincere, honest feelings towards, like, they're opening up their heart, they're opening up their soul to you, and they're expressing their love. Do they stop themselves and say, this isn't fake, by the way? This isn't fake. Like, he did that a couple times, you guys. As he was expressing to her how he felt for her, he would be like, oh, this is not fake. Like, who stops themselves in the middle of proclaiming their like love, like they're on fire with love for this person, and they literally stop themselves and say, but wait, hold on, this isn't fake though, okay? That was weird. And then let's not even get into the now deleted portion of the podcast that they went in and took out, you guys, where he
What,
talks
since
about
it
his
came
dad.
out, they went and changed it?
Yes, at
Oh, God.
45, I think it was at 45 minutes and like 20 seconds, they start talking about Teresa's daughters and thongs and how Louie thinks it's fucking awesome. So they go into this whole like rant about how he loves that Teresa's so open and, like, freeing with her daughters, and how he feels like, yes, it's so good to express yourself, like, show your legs, wear short skirts, go to clubs, wear thongs, like, express yourselves. And he literally said that, you guys. Well, guess what? Her dad went back in there and did. And I don't blame her dad for doing this, because it was fucking weird. I'm shocked that Pat, the producer, even let it sit for however long they did, because they ended up taking it out, you guys. They deleted the part where he talks about her daughters being in thongs. It's crazy. And think about it, David. Like, I don't even think Joe Giudice would talk about his own girls that way. For a stepdad to do that, like, it makes it even weirder, because if you really want to talk about like examples of like being free and living life, expressing yourself, like, there's so many other ways he could have, put it out there. And instead his mind went to them in thongs, wearing short skirts, clubbing, and showing their legs. Like, where is your mind? Where is your mind? That's like if I said, hey, David, when you come to LA, let's have fun. How about and I just throw out the craziest, most wildest like things, instead of saying, let's just go have a dinner. Let's go have a drink. You know what I mean? Like, where is your mind, Louie? His mind went to thongs. And mind you, Adriana's a minor. She's not 18.
And
It's
how
weird.
long was this out there? Like 2 days or 3 days or a day, even a day? But like, somebody, I mean, listen, a podcast producer does not just say, "Oh, I listened to this. It's not right." No, that's not how it works. I can tell you. I mean, the person has to say, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, get that out of there." So there must have been enough backlash on social media, which they obviously care about. That's how they're in this mess. And they must have called and said, take that out right now from Spain. That's how it
Yeah.
went down.
Well, here's another thing that was very telling, and, leave it to the internet. People are watching. So that podcast came out, and that clip of him and the girls in the thongs and how it's amazing and blah, blah, blah. That was dropped several, like Chrissy Balls, Tree Fab, 2022, like they shared it. It started circulating on social media. And I think once, her camp got wind that people were sharing it and it was not a good look, I'm pretty sure it was either Louie or Teresa who called them up and said, get that out of there now. So they took it out. Right before they took it out, Louie had posted an Instagram story of Teresa. I think she was in a green bikini and like the bathing suit was up her butt, like a thong a little bit. And in the story, Teresa's right there, just moving around. And then she turns around and Louie zooms into her ass and Teresa's wiggling her ass a little bit. And then he zooms out and she turns around and she blows it a kiss. That Instagram story, you guys, was only up for very little. Like, I would even say maybe 5 minutes. And then he deleted it. And it was right around the time they took out the thong comment. So I thought to myself, why did they take out that? Why did he delete that video? Why did they take out the thong comment? Because I think maybe to some people around them, it's clicking like, this is weird, guys. This is not normal. This isn't just you checking your wife out. Like that, the thong thing, like the video of Teresa falling at the same time as him making the comment about her daughters in thongs being awesome. I just, it didn't sit well. And I think some people are, maybe I'm hoping the light bulb's turning on and they're like, guys, not a good look. So I don't know. It's just a shit show over there. As much as I would like for them to be held accountable for their disgusting behavior towards their cast, I would also like to tell somebody over there, please, hello, they're drowning. Someone help the girl.
I
This is
just
not going to end
hate
well.
it's not going to end well. And I just hate fakeness. Like you have all these people and the lawyer and all these other new friends and they kiss the ass for a pat on the back. But Teresa's, you're not, what are you going to get out of this? There's no show. It's over. I
Yeah.
just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a total scumbag, but at least I understand Jim Leonard is actually on the payroll. I don't understand all these others that are just to get a heart from Teresa on your
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah. To get a follow, a like,
I don't
yeah, a
understand
story
it.
shared. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Well, I mean,
understand it.
even the ones that are on the payroll, like Roxanne, literally, tree huggers are messaging her, like, "Hey, what are we doing? Louie's drowning. What do we do to help?" And she's like, "Share my podcast clips." And she don't give a shit.
No, she doesn't
It's
give a
crazy.
shit.
Mm-mm.
I just look, don't even wish Teresa any harm. I hope,
No,
unlike
I don't either.
Louie,
I don't either.
I really hope that it all ends well. But I don't think that's even an option anymore. I think this is
No.
really strange at this point. That's honestly what I think. I think that podcast freaked me out. And yes, then you take into what he said about Margaret. It's just really weird to me. It's really
Yeah,
weird.
and I was watching the finale and I was going through some of my notes as I was watching the finale, and I realized in regards to Jen Aydin and Danielle, they did not show a whole bunch of scene. They edited that fight down so tight. They didn't talk about the parties being empty. They talked about the house being empty, but they didn't talk about how no one was at the parties. We didn't even see when Jen insulted Danielle's kids' christening. I know Jen Aydin was somewhere talking about how they didn't show something, but um, in regards to editing, they took so much away from the back and forth between Danielle and Jen. But what editing did not take away from was Louis' scene. And that was so telling to me